I'm like utterly moved to see the amazing intersection of things happening. You know, one of the things that all our coordinators decided this year after the amazing rising last year is that they wanted to rise for justice. And that we couldn't look at justice anymore and violence against women as a siloed thing. That it was connected to economic injustice and racial injustice, environmental injustice, and gender injustice. And it's just astonishing to see what's happened now in the world. How this self-directed, autonomous movement has been owned and directed by men across this planet, and up to now, right now, 190 countries and counting. And I just want to say that I honor the women who spoke here tonight so deeply. I honor the amazing work that's been happening for many, many, many years. You know, I look at Elise Reel and I just think, you know, the beginning days, you were there ahead of me. I look at Gabriella. I look at all the women who spoke here today, just the grassroots, powerful, frontline work that's been going on. And I'm just here to report a little bit about from the world because my inbox is like literally going, my head's about to blow off. But we are in the final days, and I just want to read a little thing I wrote today because I'm just so excited. I can't really speak in the moment. Okay, every minute a new story, a new song, photo, poster, poem, justice video is made and released from some part of the world. Pink, as a matter of fact, I just heard today, has recorded herself doing Break the Chain, and we're going to see it, I think, tomorrow. Yeah, which is amazing. Here, where young girls in the Philippines this week on the street chanted, "If this is the new world, I want to be part of it." A genius woman mentor of formerly incarcerated women in South Central decided on the spot 2 days ago to call a rising at a county jail, essentially a mental institution where women inmates are horribly abused and left untreated. Here, where both teams of footballers in Peru entered the field this week wearing 1 billion rising t-shirts and stayed in them for 15 minutes. Here, where construction workers in Peru declared their sites sexually harassment-free sites and have posters at all the sites in Peru. Here, where women and men in Swaziland danced outside a game park protesting the murder of women and men who venture into the park to fetch water or wood and to retrieve their own game, and they are shot. They have orders to shoot to kill. They are rising to stop the killings. Here, where hundreds of thousands of rickshaw drivers in India were sensitized through the feminists in sexual violence, and on all the rickshaws it says, "My religion is respecting women." Here, where activists are literally stopping traffic to end human trafficking in Miami and Atlanta, and I want to say how proud I am that 1 Billion Rising received the Coretta Scott King Award from the King Center, and that their rising is beginning at the Ebenezer Baptist Church, and we're seeing the civil rights movement and the women's movement coming together. Here in Croatia, where this week the best and most famous hockey players created a justice video where they are literally drawing hearts and coloring them in. Where farm workers, this amazing woman, Millie, has organized farm workers in 11 U.S. states and 4 Mexican states, and she said, I have a chart of all the rising of farm workers in America. Where youth are rising in South Africa, Bangladesh, Philippines, India, and across all the 5 boroughs in New York with poetry, concerts, dances, and militant protest. Here were hundreds of cities, 115 risings in Italy, 300 risings in Germany, in Palestine, where the Police Academy, Ministry of Women, Minister of Culture, and the Government of Ramallah are coming together to deal with the issue of domestic rape and honor crimes. Here in the dangerous zones of Syria, Congo, Iraq, Iran, and Somalia, where women are literally risking their lives to take back the streets. And I want to just say in Somalia, Fartuna Dawn, who's one of the bravest women I've ever met, organized the rising last year. They had never risen in the streets of Somalia. They rose, the First Lady joined them, and they literally changed a law where one woman had pressed charges against a government official for raping her and had been arrested, and after the rising, he was prosecuted. Here in the Caribbean, where an amazing organizer named Diana has actually gotten all the Caribbean countries to rise, and they're making all forms of marital rape illegal. In London, a coalition of women to demand an end to FGM, justice for asylum seekers and domestic workers and incarcerated women are all rising together at Trafalgar Square. Police officers, rock stars, tribal leaders, mayors, governors, MPs, congresspeople, presidents, queens, the head prosecutor of the ICC, religious leaders, the UN, Bollywood stars are rising with thousands of frontline social justice organizations. What is clear is that 1 billion Rising for Justice has gone beyond a day. Okay? It is now the world. It is now our life. It is a global determination to end the multiple violences, racial, gender, economic, environmental, that intersect with violence against women. Women and men know a new time has come. It's here. Our time has come, women. It is here, and we need to take it, and we need to go with it. And it's going to be determined. It will be determined by activists on the ground in each community who know the justice they need and deserve and what they need to do to get it. This week in Hong Kong, and you should go online and look at this, thousands of migrant workers rose to protest the horrible conditions. I don't know if you saw the case that happened a few weeks ago where a woman was almost beaten to death by her employer. And as we know, migrant workers and domestic workers are transported to countries. They don't have visas. They don't have rights. Thousands of women rose in Hong Kong in the rain. And why did they rise on Sunday? It was their only day off. Okay? They rose, and if you look at the video of them, you can see in their bodies that they move with this irrepressible rage, joy, determination, and unity to end the conditions and the systems that destroy their bodies and humanity. We are here together, the new here that we have made, with our dedication, our bodies, our best strategies, our incessant organizing, and our coalition building, our inclusiveness, and our mad dancing. Here, February 14th, where we give our lives to ending all forms of oppression and all of the violences towards women, because we know that poverty is a violence. We know that racial injustice is a violence. We know the destruction of the earth is a violence. Where we work in our deepest selves to rise above our divisions and stop attacking each other and stop putting each other down and join in local, national, and global solidarity. Here in the new world, owned and directed by everyone, where creativity flows, and we no longer doubt the power of dance to release the trauma that has closed the gateways of our bodies and hearts. May we free up and call up the fire and love. I love you all. Let's rise. Let's rise.